You have to listen to this, and it's going to help you as a beginner in bakery business. You know that it's not impossible, it's very possible. Is bakery business lucrative? Yes, it's a very lucrative business that you will not regret. Now, you have to take note of these challenges as you are stepping in or you are thinking of stepping in. These are challenges that you will face as a beginner. And if you are able to crush them, if you are able to conquer them, and then you will start smiling. The first challenge you're going to face is spoilage. Spoilage. No matter the knowledge you have already, irrespective of the trainings, when you start the business, you are going to encounter spoilage because you may be making mistakes. You make mistakes in baking or in mixing, or maybe during packaging. When you start experiencing spoilage in your bakery, don't be panic. You will get through. It's just the stage you are. And with time you will be able to conquer. All you need to do is to experiment, is to try other formulation, is to try other preservatives, is to keep the bakery clean, is to just do one thing or the amend or check yourself. What have I done wrong that is leading to the spoilage of my products? If you always evaluate like that, in due time it will not be more than 2-3 weeks, you will be able to conquer it. So spoilage is one of the challenges you will face as a bakery owner. Number 2 is sales. You will struggle with sales. I tell you the truth. Maybe you calculated that as you are going into the business, you'll be able to be baking five bags. I'm laughing because everyone had that mindset. Everyone had that vision. Everyone visualize that when I start with five bags every day, I'm going to make so amount of money. I'm going to make so profit. Yeah, it's true. No problem. Calm down. To your greatest surprise, you were unable to even sell half bag a day. And so you are thinking, how will it work? No, you are thinking of surrendering. They are thinking of shutting down the business. No, don't shut it down. Come to think of it, how many persons are aware that your bread is good? How many persons have actually tested this bread that they will tell others? How many customers do you have? So it's a newbie, it's a new product. Allow the product to penetrate step by step. You just need to come up with ideas on marketing and strategies to penetrate in the market. Remember that as you are coming in, there are already products, there are already customers, there are people that have created relationship with customers, and those customers are not ready to start patronizing you as a newbie. So it's not going to be easy to penetrate. No, despite the fact that you have a very good product, you have your team of marketers or salespersons are trying their best. Calm down. You have to take it step by step. One of the things you should do is always go out to look for customers, to look for places that you will supply, look for retail stores. Always do it every day. Make it as a priority that every week I must have a major place that I will supply my product, a major store, a major superstore, a major market that I will supply my product. Every week you must discover one of the major areas that you will supply at least half bag every week. So when you discover up to 4 or 5 places, then you have started. So that is one of the strategies you should apply. The third challenge you may face is balanced recipe. You discover, because your bread is always getting spoiled, and people are not buying, are not making sense. You may think that your recipe is wrong. Maybe you are using the wrong recipe. Most times it's not the fault of the recipe. Your recipe may be correct. Your recipe may be very good. The recipe may be giving you good results, but because they are not buying, you'll be emotionally affected, and you start thinking that maybe let me try another recipe, let me call this for another recipe, let me do this. No, unless the customers are complaining that your bread does not taste good, or your bread is this and that. When the complaints are coming, then you now work on your recipe. So long as there are no complaints that your bread is bad, but they are just they go out and come in with the bread, no sales yet, you don't need to panic. Don't panic. Just keep on doing it. Keep on penetrating. Keep on going. Don't expect returns for the first 1 month. Don't expect any good profit for the first 1 month. I tell you the truth. Just be going. You may be using all the profit to buy fuel in order to penetrate. Don't be discouraged. Keep buying the fuel. Keep penetrating. The second month, you will not buy the same quantity of fuel and you will make sales. So that is how we do it in every business. I tell you the truth. No business starts from the top. Every business crawl the way you are crawling, the way you are struggling. The fourth one is registrations. When you start, this is one of the aspects that is so challenging and people ignore it. Number one, you may face the challenge of a union, registering with unions in your area. You take your bread out, union will come and seize the product and tell you that we don't know you, you are not part of us, you are not supposed to be producing. As a matter of fact, we are reporting you to this, we are reporting you to that. All those discouragement will come. Calm down. Go visit their offices. When something like that come up, visit their office, register with them, go to NAFDAC, register with NAFDAC, register with the LG, register with the state. Make every registration you have to make. Register all, and in due time, you find out that you will also be among those that will dominate the market. So don't take registrations lightly. I tell you, any aspect in your area, any type of registration that is needed, do well to register it and you are good to go. It will help you a lot. Otherwise, competitors, those big fish out there, will kick you out of business. So you have to take registrations very, very serious. Finally, staffing is one of the major problems because you may mistakenly employ a thief and that thief will ruin your business. You may employ people that are not ready to work but always demand for pay. You have to be careful. This is one area that you have to be careful. You may think that is because you're own, you want to employ all your relatives. That is a very big mistake. I tell you the truth. So you have to carefully select your staff, give them the right orientation, let them understand that you are a beginner and it's from the sales that you are going to pay them. You have to be open to them, calculate with them. Let them see that, this thing we are doing, we have not, scaled to that point that you have to pay them 200,000, 500,000, 100,000 as salary. And so they should bear with you, calculate with you, see in and flow of out, the inflow and the outflow of the business. And you don't over-employ also. You should employ those that are just few number of persons that will be able to do the job with you. That way, you'll be able to be stable. I tell you the truth, don't over-employ. Now, as a beginner, and you already have a mixer, a good mixer, you already have maybe 3-deck oven or a bigger one, and you are good to go. But with this equipment, you don't need up to 5 staffs. All you need is a very sound baker. When you have a sound baker, 2 other persons to assist the baker, you are good to go. Every other person should work on the sales department. They should go out to hustle for customers. These 3 can give you 5 bags a day. These 3 guys, I tell you, it could be 2 boys and 1 girl, or 3 boys straight. And they will stand and deliver if they know what to do. If the baker is good and purpose-driven, if the baker has the business at heart, he will be able to deliver the job. I tell you the truth. So don't over-employ. Thank you for watching. Please don't be discouraged. Keep on trying. Keep on baking. Keep on going out. And one day you will smile. One day you will break even and your business will stabilize. See you in our next video. Bye-bye.